When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. Que sera, sera.
Oh, brother, that's so good. So good.
Oh, thought you might join in there, Scott.
Gee, no, I wouldn't. I was just mesmerised. I'm just, there's something about live performance. It's so good. And this film looks great. Kirk Douglas, Doris Day, Lauren Bacall. Actually, Doris took third billing, I noticed, in that. But she looks fabulous. And Lauren Bacall at her smouldering best. I mean, you've got such classic characters there, haven't you? And Kirk... With his dimpled chin, playing the trumpet. It's called A Young Man with a Horn.
Everyone should see it. Come along.
It sounds great. It's going to be a fabulous event. This is really working at Avoca Beach, isn't it, Rodric? They've got that. Yeah. They bought the baby grand. You must love playing that.
They've actually got two pianos there, because when they had Summer Tedeschi and Kevin Hunt, I remember Beth announcing to the audience, say, we looked into the expense of hiring, transporting and tuning a grand piano, and we thought it was too much, so instead we bought a second grand piano. So there's two grand pianos there, so they can have Summer Tedeschi and Kevin Hunt.
So you could swap halfway through our show. You could just change pianos if you like.
If he breaks a pedal or a string, just over to the other one, because he's pretty hard on the pianos. I know he likes to dance on top of them quite regularly.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Actually, I do have a story about that. I did a tour up to Queensland, and I played in Rockhampton at the Perryman Theatre on a piano that Peter Allen played on. But not only did he play on it, he got very excited and tap danced on the lid of a concert Steinway Grand.
And scratched the hell out of it.
Exactly, and the theatre withheld his pay until he paid for the repairs.
He did that in Townsville as well. He did that everywhere he went, and got into big trouble.
Yeah, not so good.
No, Rodric does that too.
I promise I won't do that.
He only does a soft shoe on the piano, so it doesn't scratch it. ABC Radio Central Coast, a magical musical night coming up at the Avoca Beach Picture Theatre this Friday night. The 95th birthday for Doris Day, who's an incredible woman, made a great contribution to animal welfare, Sancha.
Yes, yeah, and she's still winning awards. I mean, I think she released an album in 2011, another greatest hits, and that didn't do so well in America. I mean, it didn't chart, but in the UK it was like in the top 10. So she's still she's almost 100, and she's still winning Lifetime Achievement Awards and, the dedication to the film industry, but also her love of animals. And I share that love. I've always loved
Anyone
animals.
who loves dogs is you know they're going to be okay.
Yeah, that's right. You can trust them.
You can trust them.
Yeah,
Yes.
and she certainly does. And she's actually, I think there's some stories of her calling Ronald Reagan and going straight through to the White House and trying to pass laws to protect animals all around the world, not just in America, but all around the world. So,
good on her. She probably starred in a movie or two with Ronald Reagan. I'm not sure. Maybe did. They were in the same.
She had all the men, Cary Grant and
Gordon McRae, By the Light of the Silvery Moon,
Oh, yes,
on Moonlight
yes.
Bay.
He was a great singer, wasn't he?
He was a amazing singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this performance coming up, you'll be doing all of those songs. Well, look, Secret Love, that's a beautiful song, isn't it? Have you given that a bit of a jazz treatment,
yes.
guys?
Yes.
This one's going to be good. Yes.
Could you do it, perhaps?
Would you like us to?
I'd love you to.
Okay.
Caroline's saying more. I'm sorry, we won't be able to do the whole program, but
Okay.
one more, please.
Yes,
one more,
of course.
please. Thanks, Sancha Prowse Rodric White. You can catch them this Friday night at the Avoca Beach Picture Theatre. It's going to be a great show. Great movie with Kirk Douglas, Doris Day and Lauren Bacall as well, Young Man with a Horn, a jazz movie, some really great big band jazz singing, Harry James playing the trumpet, Hoagie Carmichael.
Who wrote Georgia and Skylark, The Nearest of You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and this one
He's in
isn't
the
from
movie.
the movie, though, is it? It's
No, this is
Secret
from
Love.
Calamity Jane.
That's right. Yeah, Once I Had a Secret Love. But this is a sort of a jazzy treatment, I hope.
Yes, this is jazzy. Now I shouted from the highest hills, even told the golden daffodils. At last my heart's an open door, and my secret love's no secret anymore. Once I had a secret love that lived within the heart of me. All too soon that secret love became impatient to be free. So I told a friendly star the way that dreamers often do, just how wonderful you are and why I'm so in love with you. Now I shouted from the highest hills, even told the golden daffodils. At last my heart's an open door, and my secret love's no secret anymore.
That's so good. I can just hear the cool jazz bass coming in too. He's a great player you've
Sure
got.
is.
It's going to be a fabulous night. Thank you, Rodric White. Thank you, Sancha Prowse.
Thanks,
This
Scott.
Friday night, Avoca Beach Picture Theatre. It'll be an absolute sellout. A really great jazz show, jazzing up the beautiful music of Doris Day, and a fabulous movie with Kirk Douglas, Lauren Bacall, and Doris Day as well. The grand piano will be flying with the wonderful Rodric White and the beautiful voice of Sancha Prowse.